Hello guys, it's Mickey. Welcome to my channel. And if you're just tuning into my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time there's an upload coming from me. Well, today is Monday, and I felt like creating a video like blast from the past. I know some of you be like, what do you mean by a blast from the past? Well, I just want to talk about old products that have actually surpassed, and you find it very difficult to get in the market. That's exactly what I mean. But some you can still get in the market, but others you might not get it. Even if you do, take a long time before you get it, a pretty long time before you can get it. Okay, so do you guys actually remember Classic White? Like I actually used that soap, that Classic White soap, and it was really good on my face. And well, the reason why I actually thought of blast from the past was I went to a shop today and I saw Classic White, and I was like, what? Please let me have that. Is it still as effective as it used to be? And yes, you know, I used it on my face for like 4 days and there was no breakouts. All right, so it's still as effective as it was. Classic White. You know, people used to say, it's a whitening soap, or man whitening I didn't notice anything whitening even when I was in school then, but it was cheap. Then I used to buy like 80 naira. I bought two this time for like 300 naira, 150 for one. But this used to be 80 naira then, 80 naira. And I used it for a pretty long time. I used it all through my secondary school days. This was the soap I was using, Classic White. I'll take a picture and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. This was the soap I was using, and it's suitable for people with sensitive skin. Yes, be sure enough you can never have a breakout with this soap. All right, so if you're probably suffering breakout and all that, you probably want to just use a normal soap, because I actually advise you using a normal soap. You get this one, it's just a normal soap. So if you probably have a good facial, you have a good skin at the moment, and you probably don't want to go back to having breakouts and all that, just stick to something like this. You know, I was really surprised seeing. I was like, let me go for it though. Well, that aside, another one is IKB gel. Do you know how old IKB gel is? They will be able to relate well with IKB gel. That gel works like crazy. Same thing goes with Move It. If you guys can remember Move It, I'll take a picture and you guys will see Move It on the screen, because I don't have it. Even before you find in the market, go no. You know, you could snap a picture of Move It and you put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Sorry about that. And I remember using Move It then. It was just a tube. I remember using the tube all over my body, and I used to have like this rashes thing on my skin then. You know, each time I was always having rashes, but I became light when I was using Move It. I was really light, even while walking under the sun. The only side effect I was having when I used Move It gel, the tube then, was it was giving me, I used to have itches. I would start itching my body. I would start having rashes all over my leg, my body. But it's crazy. Most of all these things, you won't really find them. You can only find them in one of those old Igbo shops, you know, where they have old stocks. But everywhere is dusty. They want to take ballet, everywhere just, you know. Well, that aside, well, do you guys remember locks? Like this white locks, you know, the white. I will take a picture of the locks and I'll show you. But locks is still doing really good, like really good. But now they've actually advanced, you know, they've improved the locks soap, you know, which is really nice now, really nice. A little bit bulky and it's nice. But the old locks then was small. I think it went for 14 naira or 15 naira then. And Lux was just like a normal soap now, like a normal toilet soap that you could actually use on your face and you would not have any irritation, which was good. Same thing goes for this, you know, no irritation whatsoever. Okay, let's scrap that. Now let's talk about some old creams. Which old cream would I talk about that was old but not so old? I remember using Amos White. That cream is old, like, should I say more than 10 years ago? Yes, now cream Amos White. Then it was effective. My God, you know, I remember using it with, it had this oil of a thing, this greenish oil. it came in an ampoule. You have to break it and you have to put it in your cream and you mix it up and all that. And I was white. You need to see me with Amos White then, as in I was so white. It was so sweet. But with time, I think they started making fake of it and they just ruined it. But it's still one of the tops for me. Okay, let's scrap that now. Which other one did we have from Blast from the Past? I'm actually just relating with some of the old product I've used. I know some of you also relate with some of the things I'm talking about. I know some people be like, not to do most white through. Cream you know, that's one thing about cream. It's just like exactly what my lecturer told me. A lecturer of ours, when he came to our class and he was teaching, said, you know, when you actually want to do a sample of Panadol, the first one they will bring out would, you know, say, take one Panadol, it will cure your headache. When you take one of it, the rest assured, you know now, it will definitely cure your headache. But over time, you would need to take 2 or 3. It's not that the Panadol is not working, but the company needs to make more sales. So when you notice a cream that came out that was really white, stone shisha, let's not talk about fake now. It might not even be fake, you know, but they will reduce the potency of that cream. So you will go for 2 of the creams that would have given you what one used to give you before. That's what most business people do to make more sales. But let's set that aside. Now, another one, Blast from the Past. I wouldn't say Labijanese was Blast from the Past for me, but I actually used Labijanese oil with my illness. How many years ago? I used it when I was still in the university. That was like 3-4 years ago. So it's still Blast from the Past, you know, 3-4 years ago, and it was magic. You know, it was really, really nice. It was good. I was really light, as in more. But now the Labijanese oil now it makes you have knuckles when you stay under the sun for too long. All right, I'm sorry if there was a call that came in, so I had to pick that call. It was important. I'm so sorry. I beg. I can't remember where I was, but let's still continue. We're still talking about Blast from the Past. All right, now let's talk about some other things I used. You know, then when I was using cream and I probably didn't know about it, I was using the same body cream for my body on my face, you know. And when I was using Amos White, yeah, I used it on my face as well, and it didn't give me breakouts. And should I say the same thing for how many creams did I use? You know, very low cream. But there was one I combined with my Bedon then when I showed you. That was last 2 years. Caro Light. You know, that cream is Blast from the Past. Keto Reloja Okpemen. You know, I had to see the cream from a lady selling on the road. It's funny. I had to just buy like 2 dozen because this cream was, it's hard for you to get them in the market. Most stocks, they've already tossed them aside because you know, there's one thing about Nigerian markets. When a goods come this period, it doesn't come next 2 period. It's scary. It doesn't really help sales. So most times we tend to toss it aside and move on to another one. So I'll put it on the screen. Caro Light, where a lady was wearing white like a white towel. She was tying a white towel on her head and I think around her body. And I showed you guys the one I used in mixing my first Bedon. I showed you guys, and that was that's also Blast from the Past. Skin Light cream is also Blast from the Past. Cream yet. Remember my grandma used to use that cream to, you know, on her skin, and she was so light, really light. But naturally she was actually yellow anyway. Should I say yellow, light skin? Anyways, we still understand where we're driving at. So she was actually light skin all the same, you know, and that was what she used to use, Caro Light lotion, and she used to use body butter at night. But all the same, let's toss that aside. Still Blast from the Past. Now there was actually this thing I used to use. There was this oil I used to use. I can't really place my hands on it because I had crazy spots all over my face then. It was really crazy, and that oil really did a good job. I can't find it in the market anymore. That oil did a really good job in cleansing my face when I was. Now I still have I'm like an acne. I tend to have acne when I'm going through stress, you know, even before my period and all that. I still have breakouts once in a while. And let me try and remember some things. I don't know, there's some products I've used, you know. And it was when I just saw the classic white things that I was like, wow, oh, Jaitik Pego, man, yeah, old, this old product that the rest. Tura, Motilo Tura soap. My God, that soap is an old soap. Not those Yoruba people soap now. All those local Yorubas. I know Yoruba people will start targeting me. What do you mean by that? I was born in Lagos, so I'm also going to claim Yoruba. So that Tura of a thing, I remember using it for a while, and it almost burnt my cheek. I used Tura soap because my dad used to use Tura soap then. I used to use this soap when I was still in secondary school. So I used to use Tura soap all over my body and all that. I was getting light though. Well, it almost bought. Sorry guys, so I had another call. I'm so sorry. Hence the interruption. So I know some people will be like, if not low products, real. I've used this, I've used that, and it was crazy on me. It was nasty. And there's some people that will still say, that product I used, you know, it's blast from the past. So we're bringing out the past products we've used, and there are some people that will actually have good reviews to say about it, and some will have negative reviews to say about products they've used. So let's dig in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I love you guys so much, like Kilo Day. So I'm actually thinking of making a cream for you guys, like something to mix and all that, but I don't know when we'll do that on Thursday. I really don't know, but probably this week or next week, I don't know. We shall do something, because you know, this week, next 2 weeks, it's very busy. I'm mixing creams for people and all that. So please bear with me, all right? I'll try and make a video for you guys. You know, you guys are my first love now, so I have to try and sacrifice my time for you guys. And you know now, I love you guys like Kilo Day. Yay! Bye guys.